Hi, today I want to show you something that a Despia user has built using Despia and Toddle. They have built a cool AI app that I purchased from the App Store, and today I want to give you like a little walkthrough in how their application works. They built Studio Shoot AI. Jonathan built that. He's a Despia user and he built this in like 2 weeks. It was lightning fast. So I did purchase the app. So let's take a look and let's open this from the App Store. And he's also going to add video generation. Now, Studio Shoot AI is a mobile application that's going to kind of like let you make AI images of yourself. Now, I'll be going through how it's set up. I think he did a great job with that. It's using haptic feedback. I got my settings. I can delete my account. It's very cool. I can explore, all the styles. Now, a few things that I see that can be improved because the images he's using are all very high quality. If you would compress the images being shown in that, we would have better loading times. So something that you want to also make sure that you optimize is, when you use a lot of images like this in your application, is that you make sure that they are, compressed. You probably want to use JPEGs, not PNGs, and you can have great image quality because they're so small on a small screen anyway. You don't need to have them in full 4K or full HD. But then I have my models here. And something that I see is he's also going between multiple pages here. He's probably doing show and hide on elements. If you're going to build a mobile application in Despia, and if you use WeWeb, you actually have a competitive advantage because WeWeb is a single page application. It will, kind of like load your assets a little bit better, where Toddle is not a single page application. And the downside of that is that you kind of like want it to be a single page application, or you want to kind of like optimize how things are loading. But, that's pretty much it. That's just kind of like a few improvements I can, suggest. But you can just simply go here on generate. And again, this is why he's showing and hiding those elements in a single page application. If you show and hide in Toddle, you're going to remove them from the DOM. That's going to trigger the image from being loaded again, which can cause problems. I would just work with the Z index in layering them so they're being loaded the moment the app loads, so that you don't have that image being just loaded once you show the element. So that's just some simple DOM improvements that can be added. You can also kind of like do in-app purchases here, but I'll show you that. Let's first take a look at the credits here, right? I can purchase a few more credits. I can buy 50 more photos, and he's then using in-app purchases for that. I already purchased some, so I already spent, I think, 14 bucks. But let's go to generate here, and then I can go on custom style, for example. And I can just say professional photo of me as a 20 male, right? And then I can say generate for 1 credit. And now it's generating that. And now it can take a little bit. I like the star shower background. That's really cool. And now it's generating it. It can take a few minutes. It's using AI. I already trained the model. And now, as you can see, you got a photo that somewhat looks like me, but somehow looks really creepy. And as you can see inside of here is I can then download that, even though it's in French with the downloading. So, right, and I can send it to Damien. Take a look at that. And I just sent it to Damien. I can then also go back or delete it. Something I saw is he's not using clip. You see how it just goes a little bit over the corner a little bit. And then the other thing is the button is in French, so he needs to change that a little bit. But besides that, it's a really cool mobile application. I got my gallery here with some of the photos. And as you can see, it did say null for a little bit. You see how it says null first. Those are things that you can, fix inside of Toddle. That's just how the data is being loaded. I assume he is doing an API call. When you click on the button, the idea is you want to have the API loading before you click the button, not on click of the button, right? And those photos are quite creepy. But the idea is you want to have that loaded as the initial state, and then whenever a new photo is generated, you can use WebSockets in the background to refresh the API, so you're not going to have, that little white space here. Or if you want to have it like this, you probably want to bring in some skeleton loaders like all of the other bigger apps are doing it. But besides, all those kinds of creepy images here, I think it's a pretty cool thing. I can also delete the image. I can share it again, as you can see. Pretty cool. I can delete it here, and then I deleted the image. So that's a cool, kind of creepy AI image app that was built, and I think it's quite cool. What do you think about that? You should definitely check it out on the App Store, Studio Shoot AI. And, this is just showing what you can do in Despia, but you can do so much more. You can, it's just an MVP for now, right? He's going to make a lot of improvements to it. It's going to get even better. But that shows you the possibilities of what Despia can do. And that's not even the horizon in what you can build with it. You can build way more exciting stuff with it, even though this is already quite exciting if you keep in mind that this was built in rapid time using NoCode. So I'm excited to see what you're going to build in Despia. And thank you so much, Johnny, for building such a great app. And I'm your first user. I'm the first paying user so far. So if any of you are going to build some cool apps in Despia, let me know. I'll be your first paying user. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate that. And I wish you a wonderful rest of your day. And check out Despia.com if you want to build cool mobile applications that are going to create creepy images like this. Thank you so much for watching, and take care. Bye.